just got checked into the hotel, so we're gonna walk around the city of Copenhagen for a little bit. We got about 3 hours before we need to head back to the hotel and meet for our first excursion and for dinner and welcome reception. This city, it just reminds me a lot of like a German city, so it's pretty cool. But there's a lot of history here. The ruling family has been ruling since the mid 900s. I think it was like 945. So they've been here a long time. But the architecture here is just phenomenal. Let's check it out. We're about a quarter of a mile from the hotel, and we've made it to the old port area. They have a lot of the painted houses here, a lot of tall ships. It looks really cool. Let's check it out. There's this cool platform, and you can get a nice vantage point here, great photos. So right over here you can get the bus tickets, and you can get canal tour tickets. The canal tours go right from here, and you can go right around Copenhagen. So it's a 1 hour canal tour. You can do an eco-friendly canal tour on an electric boat called the Hig. I'm assuming there's only 12 guests that can fit on that one. So if you're looking for something a little bit more cozy and comforting, they have hop on, hop off sightseeing buses, and they have combo tickets. So you can do a bus and boat or classic canal tour and Tivoli. But there's no pricing on there. They do have the QR code, so maybe you can scan the QR code from the video. So I'll do that here in just a second. I'll go slowly through the QR codes. Now, if you need to go to the restroom, they do have toilets here right by that area where you can take a picture of all the painted houses, which is really cool because in Europe, they're so hard to find. We have made it across the street from the new port, and this is the King's Square. This is one of two big squares. It's on the Zealand side. So Copenhagen is made of two islands. He said that our tour guide was like, this is the Zealand side. So this is where New Zealand came from. station's a little disappointed right now. She thought she found like a fair that had a bunch of like little vendors on it. It was like a little community type yard sale, so
Yes.
she was disappointed.
Very disappointed.
But now we're about to go into the top of the line shopping center, so wish me luck. If you're looking for the metro, if you come over to King's Center and look for the big Rolex sign, I'll show you here in a second. Right below and to the left is the metro station. Behind me is the round tower for the Trinity Church. It says it's date back to 1642. That's really good shape for that being that old. There's a line to go into the church. We don't have time to go into it, so if you're here in Copenhagen, you may want to go check it out. We are currently in one of the oldest parts of Copenhagen. So right behind me is one of the oldest churches in town, and then back behind me, if you see it, is all the rubble from the stock exchange that burnt down about a month and a half or so ago. That building dated back to the 1600s. So we're gonna go by and take a little video of it. But I mean, just from here, it's insane how much damage was done to it. I don't know if they're gonna try and restore it and build it back new, or if they're going to tear it down. To me, it looks like they're going to try and restore it because they have had plenty of time to tear it down, and they've got it braced up so the walls won't fall. So we'll see what happens. So I don't know if you can see it, but this water is so clear in this river that you can see the bottom of it. Our tour guide was saying that you'll actually see swimmers just swimming in there because it's so clean. It's just like swimming in a clean lake. That's pretty impressive, I think. Behind me is the Christianborg Palace. Now, the family, like I mentioned before, they date back to 945. That's how long the royal family has been in power of Denmark. It's so sad when you see people's history just burnt down to the ground almost. I mean, essentially, like everything in there was a total loss. They got probably about 40% of the building remaining. So it'd be interesting to see. It looks like they're going to try and salvage it because they have the tarps over there covering that area. I'm seeing them working. It's really, to be here and see it, it's pretty big. It's pretty impressive, but not in a good way. They got trampolines over here by the waterfront, so I'm gonna try it out real quick. Whoa! I'm like a little kid. Give a shot. There's people at the other end, but from the opposite side, it gets bigger and funnels down. But from this way back, it doesn't do that. It's like an optical illusion.